There we go. As early as I wanted to, but that's okay. I'm not disappointed if no one shows up, and I feel like I shouldn't put that into the atmosphere. Yet that said, I'm a wee bit tired, but I did see that 3 people did see my little thing, so I don't want to not be a person of my word. So I'm here. Let me see. Let me see what I'm pulling in. What am I manifesting? Let me go on here on the live. Okay. Okay. Let me put a note in the chat. Okay. Won't be on long. Order and guarantee. Hello. Hello. How are you? How are you doing? Honestly, I wanted to come on earlier. Actually, let me put this on mute because I'm repeating, I'm hearing myself. I do not yet have the slick production. Let's see here. Like the stream. It's just us. All right, I'll like it. That is so funny. So I thought, because, it is a portal, right? This 4/4 portal, that I'm not going to read the way that I normally do. I mean, we'll see if anybody shows up. I'm doing a 1-card reading, and the topic is very clear. Like, it's clear. You either pick information about like your angel guide or supporting spirit, what you're manifesting, or what your energetic vibration is, right? And I'll just pull a card. And I should actually take this off. I've never used this. I had it custom made. I had to make all these adjustments on it for me and everything, like Kabbalah and yes, snow and days of the week, and then all the planets, and then the astrological signs, and then all the chakras, and then the moon phases. I got like all this like crafted, but I haven't done anything with it yet. It's just kind of like here. I feel like, I don't know why I'm bringing it out. I don't know, but it is here. So what did you say? I can't imagine the order or, oh, that's me. I'm reading my own thing. Oh, you're saying more people will come in. We'll see. We'll see, but you are here, so thank you so much. It's very kind of you to come and to support. I appreciate it. So while it is quiet, if you want a message from your angel guide, so all I'm going to do, like I have a few cards here, like a few decks, if you could see that, right? And all I'm going to do, depending on what somebody wants, is if they want a spirit or an angel message, it'll come from this pile. If they want to know about like manifesting, be it internally or externally, it will be here. And if they want some energetic information about this portal for them, then I'll just, wherever I'm led. So we've got pretty much 6 decks. I've got 2 on standby, but so let's see here. So I'm going to ask you, Luminous, seeing as you're the only one here, what would you like to know about? So I want messages from my spirits. Okay. So this is a spirit guide section. So you have a choice. Whoops. Hold on. You have a choice. You can either the spirit that's supporting you through this portal or an angel message. And then, hold on. Where's all my stuff? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So, message from spirit. This specifically, I want the right deck. I was just going to say this specifically is spirit. I just, look. All right. Now, I feel like I should lift this up more. Sorry, give me 1 second. That's better. I don't know why this is here tonight. I've never ever put it in a reading. I had it on the piano. Never did anything with it. So God, here we are tonight, this evening. And I just want to thank you for your creation, for your presence, for your guidance, for your assistance, for sustenance, for the gift that you've given me. And I pray that I am a clear and proper channel this evening and that the right message comes through as you would have it. That the right message comes through. What is the right message for Luminous, please? What does Luminous need to know for this 4-4 portal? What does Luminous need to know for the 4-4 portal? I'm looking for a message for Luminous's best and highest good. Okay. Oh, I like that. Let me see. What can I do here? Just give me a second. I'm just trying to think of, what is this? Oh, that's my dog's thing. I just want to kind of have it propped up. Let's see. So that you can see that clearly. All right. So you receive the Shaman of Foresight. So in this deck, just so that you know, shamans are messengers of becoming. And so shamans walked in ancient times, they walked between worlds, and they journeyed in the spirit realm. And when you're working with a shaman oracle, it's about bringing companionship of these souls that walked ahead of us and whose courage continued to guide our ancestors in the same way in which it does for us today. So, Foresight. You have the Shaman of Foresight. And what it's saying here for you, the interpretations are preparedness, being watchful, transcending the moment, looking ahead, interpreting signs, taking advice, acting intentionally, listening to your instincts and dreams and visions. Okay? And it says here that foresight enables us to find the way forward of our own destiny, and it takes us safely past obstacles or traps, beyond stormy seas, into calmer waters, and for our ancestors, the ability to imagine what might happen next would often have meant the difference between life and death. In our own lives, foresight means being prepared for every eventuality. The Shaman of Foresight helps us to work on our expectations so that we are ready for whatever life throws at us. The image on this card shows the handprint enclosed in a cage. Foresight shows us how we may avoid such captivity in the first place. So I feel like there's a call for you to be observant, to be watchful, to be attentive, to listen, to be guided, allowing yourself to be guided. Okay? I'm also getting the sense that this portal is going to be transitionary and there might be some turbulence. Okay, nothing to be afraid of, right? And that's why I felt that, I don't know, I was compelled to come here and do this because there's some kind of shift. I'm not an astrologer, so I can't get into all that, the moon is here and the stars are there and this war is what. No, no, no. I don't do all that. Sometimes it does come up when I do a reading, right? As a matter of fact, it normally comes up when I do a longer reading, not knowing what's going on astrologically. And when there's just too much of a certain planet, a certain energy, and I look into it, I find out that that's actually what's going on. But for you, the message specifically is that this is the shaman of foresight, and they have traveled the road before you, bringing back reports of what lies ahead. I can teach you to see beyond the moment, to live in such a way that whatever new task you undertake, you are always ready to adjust accordingly. So there's a call for flexibility on your part. So this insight that you're going to get will allow you to navigate the road that is coming up. The challenges, the opportunities, perhaps the obstacles, why can't, there's a word there, hold on, they're giving me something starts with C, the compromise that you might need to make, but nothing is going to hit you or surprise you is the point. You will be prepared because your intuition will speak to you. God will speak to you. You will get signs. Nature will speak to you, and it will help you to navigate. For me, when I see this handprint, it's also like a footprint, right? There's this saying that, you go through difficult times and you will see that you look back and there was only one set of footprints. And then the story goes, the person's like, well, God, why did you leave me? Well, no, God didn't leave you. God carried you through. God was there, was your companion, right? God has the foresight. There's a song called Order My Steps. It's a gospel hymn, but it's Order My Steps. Your steps are ordered. You are protected. You are kept. This foresight allows you to be prepared. Wherever this journey leads, wherever it takes you, you will see clearly and you will be given instruction as to what you need to do. Okay? All right. So I just want to say, so I'm not doing my typical reading, right? So, where I only get 6 people in because I've spent like an egregious amount of time on every reading because that's how I read. But I felt that it was important to allow people to get what they need, like get a message for this portal that's going to carry you through, because I believe tomorrow, April 5th, what is it? Is it the full moon? Because it's like every 2 weeks, full moon, new moon, full moon, new moon. So full moon, and it's amazing how this is lined up. Again, I'm not an astrologer, but I want to say we had what was it? A full moon in, I can't remember. Was it Aries, I think? And then it was the spring equinox. And now we're having the 4/4 portal. And then it's going to be, I want to say a full moon in, no, new moon in Libra. I don't even know which one it is, but there's something new coming. So what I'm saying to you is tonight is not the night for, does she love me? Okay. That's not the night. Now, if I give you a message and it lines up that way, hey, great. I'm happy for you. But this really is more so about what you need to know and how you need to prepare going forward. The other piece is, if I give you a message and you're like, well, I'm not going through that right now. You might not be going through that right now, or this doesn't resonate with me. It might not resonate with you right now. And most importantly, if I tell you something, right, because you have free will, you don't have to accept it. Chances are I'm not going to give you horrific news. I don't think so, right? And if I was, I'd couch it in a way. I'd coach you. I wouldn't just drop the bomb on you. But this is an opportunity similar to Luminous's reading of foresight, right? What a beautiful way to start this off, actually. Foresight. So my reading this evening, oh, wow. It's about giving you foresight on how to navigate, and Luminous has helped to kick this off. And you get to decide, right? So I'm giving you the information up front. If you don't like it, you have all the power to change it, honey. You have all the power to change it. Okay? So if you see my thumbnail is telling you you're picking from 3 things. either your angel or your spirit guide, what is manifesting, and your energetic vibration. That's it. All right, so Luminous was first, and then I see what Melody is saying, but Melody, you're kind of outside the scope of what I'm doing tonight, so I'm going to go on to, I want to say Joao, Joao. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name incorrectly, right? You know what? Sorry. Let me just put a note in the chat. Actually, Luminous, if you're still here, I don't know if you're still here. If you wouldn't mind putting in the chat that they either pick an angel guide or supporting spirit, manifestor, or an energetic vibration. Okay, so, oh, I am saying it right. Oh, thank God. So now I'm like, what did I say? Joao, I think. All right, so Joao is looking for a spirit, a message from spirit guide. So that's this deck. Okay. So I'm going to just pull this up a bit because I came in close for, whoops. Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. That was my ring light. Okay. What does that mean? Thank you. All right, so let's see. So Joao would like a message from the spirit guide. Message from spirit guide, please. Thank you so much. I'm looking for a message for Joao. Is there a message for Joao as we're going through this 4/4 portal? What would you like to know? What is for Joao's highest and best right now? Okay. Ooh, Dancer of Frustration. All right, let's take a look and see what that means for you. So I'm going to tell you about the dancers first and foremost, so you know the meaning of them and why they're here. So the dancers, it says here it's about energy and expression. Okay? Energy and expression. It says that virtually every period in human history, dancing is expressed as a descent of divine power upon the dancer, raising him or her to the levels of gods. In the cave of art, our ancestors, we see the dancer expressing the fundamental truths of life, being aspiration, tension, struggle. And so, in spiritual terms, the dancer dances for a reason, and it's a powerful desire to either enter more deeply into the heart of being. So, the dancers that were selected for this deck are from all over the world: Africa, America, Europe, Asia, and they all have the same sense of mystical connection to the spirit realm. And what they're doing is that they're expressing their most vital energy. So, right now, the energy that's in this portal for you is the Dancer of Frustration. This is a spirit energy that is coming alongside of you to help you through this time. So the interpretations are opposition, weaken resolve, sense of hopelessness, path feeling blocked, inhibitions, strengthen, determination to find a way, okay? And release, which is really, I just finished saying, I'm not sure when you got here, I just finished saying that I'm pretty sure tomorrow is a full moon, and a full moon is supposed to be about releasing. So as I read to you this Dancer of Frustration, I want you to think about what it is that you can sorry, I'm just looking at the chat. Am I taking donations? I took your advice. I put my little PayPal thing up somewhere, or I thought I did, but I'll come back to that after. I want to make sure that I get his reading in. So it says here, the message is from the spirit to you, JL, is that I am the dancer of frustration. I delight in placing obstacles in your path, but I can also show you that there are other paths to walk. I feel like you need to learn how to take the path of least resistance. This is me talking now, right? This is me. You need to learn to take the path of least resistance because you might be pushing against something when you don't need to push. You might be gripping onto things that you don't need to grip onto. And the whole point is for you to learn lessons. This dance for frustration might feel negative. It might feel daunting. It might feel weighty. But I want to say to you that you are capable. If there's an area in your life or anything that you have doubts about, it's being like, I honestly, as I'm sitting here, I feel like I'm being squished down, like I'm being forced to tell you that you are capable, right? So whatever this is that might be coming to frustrate you, you have assistance. You have a spirit guide. You are not alone. You need to understand that whatever it is that you might be facing through this portal, and it doesn't have to be horrible, but just know that you are not the first, that you are not the last, but this is an opportunity for you to do some fine tuning. It's just fine tuning. I don't know if you've ever heard the statement iron sharpening iron, right? So this transition, this portal, this window, this door, this energetic field that you're walking through is going to provide you with opportunities for self-enhancement. And the thing is, I'm going to assume you've danced before, that you can dance, or at least, and sometimes dancing releases something in you. It connects you, it frees you, it helps you to release any emotions that you might have. It can elevate you, is what I'm saying. So as you go through this portal, know that you're not alone, and know that there might be situations or things that are frustrating to you. But the point of dancing is to be fluid, right? To have that movement. Okay, I just heard for you, Walking on Sunshine. I can't remember who sang that. Who was that? Some group. I feel like I want to say Chrissy Hines, but I might be wrong. I can't remember the name of the group. But Walking on Sunshine, whoever they are. I don't know how old you are, so you may or may not know this group, but just look it up. Walking on Sunshine. And that is your demeanor. That is your position. That is how you're going to flow during this portal, okay? All right. So sorry, let's see here. Okay, Minu. Is Minu here? Minu, you're welcome, Joe. Joao. You know what, does that mean anything? I've never heard that name before. Joao, does your name have a meaning? I'm curious. Oh, what is my PayPal? Jeez. I'll tell you in a moment. Is Minu here? Are you here, Minu? Is it? It's the most common Portuguese name. Okay. But does it have a meaning, though? Like, what does it mean? Like, does it mean Joao is, I was going to say is firm because your last name is Firmino? Like, what does it mean? I want to know. All right. Let's see. Minu, I don't see Minu say anything. And I feel like I want to say, Egyptian, were you here last time and you didn't get a reading? Were you here whatever day I did it? I feel like you were. And you didn't get it. All right, so I am going to go on to, oh my gosh, God is gracious. Oh, Joao, I love that. Listen. This is a beautiful moment, okay? My daughter, I don't want to say what her name is, but Her name means praise God, right? And my son, his name means gift from God. And my name means like God. I try, but far from it, but that's what it means. Wow, that's amazing. I love that. All right, so I don't see Minu. I don't see Egyptian. Is Chrissy here? Like if it's not busy, maybe I'll circle back. But my intention is when I call your name, I will not circle back if you're not here. Oh, Egyptian, you're so lucky. You're lucky. You're lucky. All right. I know that you asked me a question about my PayPal. It's making me do all this, I don't know. It wants me to make sure I'm me. All right. Settings. All right, Egyptian. So, you have a choice of 3 questions. Angel, guide, / supporting spirit. What is manifesting, like in your direction? It would be these 2 decks here. And then what is your energetic vibration? So what are you saying here last time and didn't have a chance last time? Yeah, so tonight, I'm telling you, Egyptian, that the reading is different this evening. So you're going to choose from 3 things. I'll be back again. So I'm just saying the style of this reading is not like the previous 2 live streams, right? So it's really, we're in the 4/4 portal. You've got an opportunity to pick something, a message from your angel guide, supporting spirit, what is manifesting towards you, and your energetic vibration for the portal. So you can pick one of the 3. So I'll give you a moment. What is manifesting? Okay. All right. So this right here, let me go like this. This is my manifesting pile. So this is Moonology, okay? And this is, what is this? This is Unshakable Inner Peace. So what would you like? Would you like Moonology, the manifesting deck, or Unshakable Inner Peace? What is manifesting? Manifesting, you can manifest things in a few ways. So if you were here for my live, the last one, there was a lady who was saying things in the chat like, oh, I'm ready for you to roast me or to get burned or whatever. Manifesting is the things that we speak, the things that we want, the things that we desire, the things that we pull into us. And sometimes we can pull in things that we want and the things that we don't want, which is why it's so very important. You said you want this deck. That's why it's so very important to speak honestly, yet optimistically about yourself, because you can curse yourself with your mouth. It is entirely possible. And people don't understand that. So I told her the things that she was putting in the chat to take them out, because we don't want to give energy to things that we don't want, because what we focus on expands. Okay? All right, so you want Unshakable Inner Peace. So Egyptian Famous is here. Dear God, please give me the appropriate message for Egyptian Famous. What do they need to know right now? What do they need to know? Can I please have the best message for them at this time? Hi, Jennifer. Thank you for subbing. I appreciate it. Oh, okay. I was about to put this back, but it jumped out. I'm gonna take it. Okay. So, first thing, it's number 26. Oh, that's the day my son was born. Okay. So what does it say? Soul alignment. It's time for radical change. So the question here for you is, how can you show up for yourself in ways that you never have before? Wow. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I mean, look at the colors. Are you naked? Look at you. You're naked on the horse. Look at you. You're free. You're free. And then look at that. Oh my gosh. Listen, when I see this card is giving me like as above, so below vibes. Like this person has their hands up, there's a freedom. You're also protected, they're watching over you. It's gorgeous. And then it's a way to show up. How are you showing up? And it's time for you to get radical. I don't know if you've been kind of, living quietly, living on the sidelines. Maybe you've been in kind of hermit vibes. Maybe you might be a bit shy, or this could be a call to be even bolder than you already are. This is about experience and opening yourself up to adventure, opening yourself up to something new, something that you haven't necessarily done before. I also feel that it's about you removing the restriction. Sorry, I got to move it so I can see it because the camera's in the way. There's also a call to surrender on your part. This soul alignment to me requires you to be open. Like you are on this horse. Like I'm getting two messages here, okay? This is God looking out for you, looking over you, watching you, okay? But this is also your higher self letting you know that it is okay to be free, that it is okay to be authentic, that it is okay to be vulnerable. I won't say you're naked. Like you got on a little piece of loincloth, like you can still have some modesty. You don't have to give everything away, right? And I don't know about you, but have you ever ridden a horse? Have you? Have you ever had the experience of riding a horse? I want to tell you right now, if you have not, you need to. Riding a horse is one of the most powerful, sensual, freeing, elevating, empowering things you could do. I promise you. I promise you. What'd you say when you were little? You need to get back to it, girl. You need to get back to it. You need to get back to it. I want to say to you that there are clues in your younger days, your childhood, that are the answers to what you need to do now. I feel like back then you were fearless. I have to swear, okay? I'm just giving you were fucking fearless. And you need to reclaim that. You need to reclaim that. Okay? You must do that. Sometimes in life we shrink because of situations, things that have happened, what have you, right? You see these flowers here? My friend, see, she comes to me, like we both have business ideas all the time, and I'm pretty good at like coming up with names for stuff, right? And so she wanted a name for the flower company that she wanted to start, and I said, well, why don't you call it In Full Bloom? Okay. So I'm looking at these. I'm going to say this side is flowers, and maybe these are leaves over here, but that's a flower. You need to open up your, I don't mean to sound the way that it's probably going to sound, like your petals. Like you need to open up, you need to bloom. It is time. It is time. It's not just time, it's fucking time. Like you need to. Like maybe my language is a bit radical or a bit like shocking because you need to be shocked. You need to be shocked into alignment, right? So for you, this 4/4 portal, no more playing small. Tomorrow is the full moon of something. Somebody, if you don't mind looking that up for me, because I don't want to keep going to the computer. It's the full moon of something, I'm quite sure, right? And so what you need to do is release whatever it is that you feel might be holding you back, okay? And proceed. But honestly, I don't know where you live, but make it a point. You don't have to go back and take full-on writing lessons, but get back to this. Get back to the things that bring you joy, give you confidence, that give you bravery, because that will breathe new life into you. New life into you. All right. Who is next? I just did Egyptian. Oh, luminous. So what does this say? Egyptian. I did Egyptian. Okay, Chrissy. And then Jennifer. Oh, you're welcome, Egyptian. Really, I listen, I want you to ride that horse. I've ridden horses before. And you don't want, listen, you don't want the weak horse, because you know there's always a horse they don't feed well because they need that horse to be nice and easy for the timid. Okay? I'm not encouraging you to get hurt or anything, but you want that horse that's got the gumption. And before you get on that horse, you want to hold its head, right? You want to speak to it. You want to, I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding you right now. Like, you know this. So there's people who are watching that might not know this. You want to connect with that horse before you even touch the reins. You want to tell the horse that I trust you. I trust you on this ride, because I feel like, and it's funny that you said to me when you were younger that you rode a horse, right? Like, to me, that is your youth, your innocence, your freedom. And that's what you have to get back to. You have to get back to embodying that, okay? That's what you need. You got to do that. You got to do it. But you speak to that horse and listen, you tell that horse the secrets you wouldn't dare tell anybody else. This is your kindred spirit. So in the other reading, I was pulling animal cards for them, right? I'm just telling you right now, this right here, this is your animal. Somehow, some way, you got to get on the back of a horse. And before you do, you whisper whatever your fears are. And that together you guys are going to whisk them away. All right? It's your moment, girl. Okay, I'm done. So now I am on Chrissy. Chrissy. Is Chrissy here? Chrissy, are you here? There's a bit of a lag. So, like, I'm done. I've already picked up the card and I'm looking on the computer and the card is still there and I'm still talking and tapping. Okay. Melody donated Luminous Starseed. Melody donated for... Oh, sorry. Melody is next? Or does that mean... Luminous girl, you're too advanced for me with this. I'm just a reader. So Melody donated for her and me. I haven't read for Melody yet. Did I? No. No, I didn't. All right. Well, thank you very much, Melody. That's very kind of you. So does this mean then that Chrissy is next? Okay, so she donated for her and me for a question each. Okay, is that question in line with what we're doing tonight? Okay, is Chrissy here? Chrissy or Jennifer, are you here? Okay, I will come back to what you wrote, Luminous. I'll come back to that. I just want to see if these other two people are here. Okay. Jennifer is here. Okay. Jennifer, what would you like? So it's either an angel guide, supporting spirit, what is manifesting or what is your energetic vibration? Angel guide. Okay. I really do like this deck. I'm a sucker for pretty. Oh, look at me. Kind of matching. All right. Jennifer needs an angel guide god. She wants a message. Can I please get an angel message for Jennifer? Oh, here we are. This is Archangel Gabriel. Oh, she's the North Star, the lily, and self-expression and creativity. So in case your like numbers are important to you, if you're into numerology, this is number 3. All right. I hope you can see that. Maybe I'm too close. Okay. So this oracle, it says to be unapologetically you, and to follow your North Star, to create and express yourself, and to continue to believe in miracles, and to listen to and trust the messages of the divine. So it's saying here that this card, or Gabriel, means God is my strength. And this angel is available to assist you in staying strong no matter what is happening around you. So Archangel Gabriel is most famously known as the angel who visited Mary to tell her that she was going to give birth to Jesus, and is considered an angel of clairvoyance. Listen now. This portal may start to assist you with your abilities in clairvoyance, visions, miracles, and messages from God. I think that's really quite sweet and very timely, in all honesty. You asked for an angel message and you got the angel who brings messages from God. Okay? It says here that this angel can support you in creating and expressing yourself, and it will help you to give birth to those ideas and those creations so that they can show up in physical form. Okay? So whatever it is that you're wishing for, and I can't even say that it's you necessarily. Like, I know sometimes we think that this is me talking, I'm not talking from the book. I know that sometimes we think that we wish and we long for things, but I genuinely believe that God puts special things inside of each of us, right? And so we might think, oh yeah, I've been wishing and hoping for this. No. Like when you see the star card, you know what? Okay, hold on. Where's that deck? Okay, good. I got my cards in here. I just want to show you something because sometimes we think that what we want, where is it? Sorry, give me a second. I just want to give you a visual on this. I feel like I'm a teacher. I'm always trying to educate. Jeez. Okay. In this deck, and I love this deck. This deck is gorgeous. There's a picture of this girl sitting, I don't know, wherever the hell she is, like in the beach, on the beach or something. And she is looking up. Whoops. She's looking up, and there is a string that is attached to her hand, but it's also attached to the star. And oftentimes here it is, here, there. That's you. That's you. All right. Honestly, I said one card, but just, I know you don't mind. North Star, the star. Okay. When I put these two cards together, there's a level of patience required. You might not see it, but there is a pouring of cups. There's a shifting. Okay. There's a shifting that is going on atmospherically. I believe that you feel it. I believe that something is coming to you. There's a wish that you've had for quite some time. And if you look here, you're to hold on to it. but you're not to strangle the dream. You understand what I'm saying? You want it and it wants you. It's yours. It's yours. You need to continue to trust and believe and just let it happen, because remember the angel that you have here. It's strength, right? And the strength that or that I'm acquiescing from this is not power, it's not might, it's not your fist, it's not like that. It is strength, meaning your faith and your belief and your trust. It is about you having the strength to continue to be in a receptive, accepting, miracle, the energy of believing that miracles still happen, can happen, will happen, do happen. Do you understand? That's what I'm saying. So it also says here that you're to call on Archangel Gabriel for assistance with starting or growing a family, creative projects, and getting them into the world, giving you strength to keep going, healing and working on the sacral chakra. Sacral, hold on. Solar. So sacral, that's above root. So that would be kind of orange, okay? So there's a clue for you. Orange is your color. If you start seeing a lot of orange, that's meant to assist you, all right? Expressing the truth of who you really are. And in order to embody this energy, you're being asked to be clear and kind and compassionate in your communication, to be authentic and shine bright. Isn't that interesting that it says shine bright? Shine bright. Shine bright. And to share your message, to birth your magic into the world and help others to actually do the same as well. Right? I think that's beautiful. And that North Star, and for this to be the image to come to me, and these two girls, they're kind of similar with the color of the hair. And it's also for you to know that this angel message is that continue to strive, right? But when I say strive, I don't mean strive in that physical sense where you have to do like hard labor. This striving, as I said, is alignment, trust, belief, prayers, meditation, being positively expectant, calm. You understand? And as you move through this waiting period, it's not just the waiting, it's how you wait. It's how you wait. I hate this word, but I'm going to say it. You don't want to be waiting like a bitch, right? You don't want to be bitchy to people or mean or whatever. No. You wait graciously. You wait joyfully. You wait lovingly. You wait respecting yourself, meaning you're not, just because you want this thing to come through, you're not going to start becoming inauthentic or dropping your guard or no. This is beautiful. I don't know what's coming for you, but I'm excited. I'm excited for you. I love this pairing. I love these cards together. This is a wish come true, right? In the beginning of this read, like not your reading, but of this live, I said, even if you get a card that you don't think you like, that is foresight, right? And that allows you to make some adjustments that you need to bring about the situation that you want, because you have free will, right? Like I don't control anybody. I'm just telling you what the energy is right now. But this is affirmation, confirmation for you to keep doing what you're doing. You might even want to kick it up a notch, right? Maybe wear a bit of orange, talk to God more frequently, listen to some positive meditations to keep you in that frame of mind, and be in the energy of how you're going to feel when you get this thing, right? Don't be in a waiting energy, because waiting, you're just going to attract more waiting. So remember I said it's how you wait. Wait as if you have this. Wait because you have it. Wait because you have it. Yeah, you get tired from doing the work. Absolutely. You get tired from doing the work. Gets to be a bit much. right? Because like if you look at my previous readings, like most lately, I'm like, I'm so tired of saying, do the work, do the healing. Like, I don't think that we have to do as much as we think we have to do. Because a lot of the times we apply human logic to godly things. And God's ways are not the ways of man or woman or humans. It's just not. So all this work that we think we have to do and been doing, we don't have to. And now I feel like it's a season of rest. It's a time for these things to come in. You're being guided by the North Star. Was it the North Star that took them to baby Jesus? Like, you see what I'm saying? Nature will take its course. Nature will point out what it is, right? It'll point out what it is. But this thing here said there's going to be visions. I had a friend that went away for a spiritual retreat, and every time she comes back, she's like, oh, I'm sick. I'm like, you're not sick. You're clearing out. You know what I mean? The body has a way of doing these things, right? So I'm happy for you. I am happy for you. This is good. That's very nice. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. All right. Thank you. Take care, Jennifer. All right. Now, I did not do Chrissy. I know Melody and Luminous were in here. And Luminous, I read for her earlier. And no problem, Jennifer. Thank you so much for coming and allowing me to do that. Let's see. All right. So Luminous, I don't know if you're here, and Melody, I don't know if you're here. All right, well, I'll stay on a little bit longer. And this actually goes here. I love this deck. It's so pretty. I'm gonna play with it until somebody shows up. This is so close. Oh, my water. What does it say? Wanted to ask about Max. If you can't answer that, I can wait till next time. Well, tonight is supposed to only be about these questions. The only reason why I can actually do it is because we don't have a lot of people here. So, Max. Okay, God. Melody has a question. Eminem. Melody has a question about Max. I can wait as well. I will wait for the next time for me. This one. Are you ready for the answer? He's pensive. Max has options, and I don't necessarily mean people. I'll say this, if there are more cups than this, you're in the top 7. That might not sound the best, but I think it's not a bad thing when somebody's not hasty. It seems to me that Max is a bit of a thinker. He likes to take his time. I think he will flip, flop, consider, reconsider, think he's made a decision, come back to the decision, go back to the decision, make a different. Like, Max is pensive. Is Like, if you look at this guy, I never even noticed this before in the card, right? Like, but if you look at this guy's, is it is it focused? Is it focusing? Can I come closer? Anyway, this guy has his hand in his finger in his mouth. You know when you're thinking about something and you kind of bite your finger and you put your index finger in between like your geez, in your mouth, and you're kind of like thinking, like he's pensive. It's like he's afraid to make the wrong choice. And there's a difference between being afraid to make the right choice and making the wrong choice. You understand what I'm saying? It depends on the energy that you're coming from. You know what? I'm going to make the right choice. Let's see. Or, oh, I don't want to make the wrong choice. But this guy, and I'm just looking at the cups, right? Because these cups are upside down. So the good thing though is that it's not looking like he's picking the snake cup. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want that. But the truth is, when it comes to the Seven of Cups, from my perspective, is you might have a lot of options, but there's really only one cup, right? And so maybe he's considered, well, if I did this cup, or if I did, well, no, I've been here before, I don't want that. And this is going to be really horrible if I do that. But these, four aren't that bad, but this one requires too much, That's interesting, because I was trying to figure out what this cup is, because he's touching this cup, right? So over here we have a skeleton. Over here, I don't know if this is a dragon or a bat. I don't know what that is. But then we have a snake. This one is clearly emotions, right? This cup requires, I would say, like a lot of work, because if you look, you have to you're climbing up to this. He doesn't want to do all that work. But there's something here. I can't tell what this is. There's something here. There's like an outline of something. You know what? I'm just going to go to the book, because I don't know if it'll say. I don't know what this thing is. I don't think it's a shell. I don't know what that is. It's so indescript. Okay, Seven of Cups. Let's see. Seven of Cups. Okay, so it came out upright. So fantasies, choices, wishful thinking, temptation on the path, needing to move forward without knowing the full picture of options. Yeah. He might be a bit of a daydreamer. We already talked about how he goes back and forth. That's the feeling that I get about him. It talks about, so hold on. There's no way to know everything that will spill forth from the cup that you choose. You have to use your intuition to decide. Remembering, I don't think he's a waverer. If a waverer, is that such a thing? You're a waverer. He wavers. And so it says here to use the intuition. The problem is his intuition is not strong, which is why he wavers. It says here to use your intuition to decide, remembering that the temptation of shiny things can be illusory, while challenging paths will often hold unexpected opportunity. I remember I said earlier, there's this thing, like it's like he doesn't want the challenge. He wants the path of least resistance. However, okay, what is it? There's this, again, with all these sayings, taking the path of least resistance is not always the best thing. There's a time to do it. For example, the reader before you, she and the one that I had being on a horse, was that the same? No. There's two of them. They just need to receive. They need to be receptive. That is the path of least resistance. It makes sense for them. But for this guy, no. He might be, I'm hearing in my head, a glitter bug, meaning new, shiny, and he'll consider it. He doesn't really stay on the path. I feel like he doesn't stay on the path. He might even have issues with commitment, to be honest. I'm just getting this. What is on his So that looks like a watch, and this might be just a black cloth bracelet or something, like yarn. Yeah, it's his face in this card for me. His face. That's what's doing it for me. Huh. There's a requirement on just for him to be honest. I think that's the other thing, because these cups are about illusion, delusion, imaginations, illusions. And it doesn't mean that those things can't be true. Like there's not an element of truth in each of those things. But how much is truth and how much is, I don't know, make believe, let's call it, or fairy tale, or wishful thinking, or a lack of being willing to take the steps to follow through to get the result. He's not clear. I could say that he does have emotions for you based on the water that's here. I could say that you might find him deceptive in some levels because he hasn't been able, I feel like he hasn't been able to communicate. Sorry, give me Max. Yeah, like, I feel like Max is not sure about a lot of things. That's just the vibe. Like, there's a lot of clouds here too. I remember I said earlier his intuition isn't strong. Like, there's a cloud here. There's a cloud. Like, your intuition is sometimes your gut. To me, your intuition can fall in three places: your gut, your heart, your head. Right. And so his ability to process and analyze is, I'm hearing the word kludgy. I don't even know if that's a word. Kludgy. Is kludgy a word? Anyways, that's the word that I got. But he's constantly contemplating. His mind doesn't rest. That's what I can tell you. His mind does not relax at all. At all. At all. At all. Like, at all. Like, I keep saying at all over and over again. Yeah, see, look at that shit. Hangman. Stuck. Getting a different, listen, at least he's open to other perspectives. At least. Right? This is what I would do if I were you. I'm pulling this card close, okay? If you're on your phone or computer, whatever, I want you to snap a picture of this. Why am I telling you to do that? Oh, excuse me for yawning. Why am I telling you? I'm telling you to do that because in the water, I believe that these are runes. Like, these symbols mean something. And you will get more information on Max by pulling up what these runes mean. And I want you to focus on the proximity of them. Okay? I want you to focus on what is he reaching for here. Okay? Wow. Why is that standing out? Anyway, okay. So remember I said, what is that cloth? Like, here there's a black, I don't know, bracelet, and over here there's a white one. I'm feeling yin yang. I'm feeling back and forth. I'm feeling There's something there, but all I'm saying to you is I'm going to hold this up as close as I can so that's not blurry. Or if you have this deck, just pull this card or go online and look up the Hangman from the Light Seers Tarot, okay? And you want to know, like, yeah, there's these other symbols here. Yeah. But I want you to focus on whatever these are because that's your answer. That this will give you some insight. Whatever this is, whatever he's reaching for, will give you an answer, and then you can juxtapose it against what all these other symbols might be. Okay? But they're caught. I heard in my head just now, caught in a web, right? Doesn't mean it's bad. I'm just saying that they're, and it makes sense because a hangman is supposed to, like, one, you're stuck, right? But also you're in an opposite position to look at things differently. And so maybe that's what they need to do or are doing. Okay? But Max has feelings for you, but Max is not clear. Max is not clear. Max needs time. So what I would say to you is you continue to flourish and bloom. You continue to find things that you're interested in, things that you want to do. Okay? Do not get stuck waiting for Max to all of a sudden come upright. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. I'm looking at this card. You know what I heard when I turned it upside down? Free Falling. So who's that? That's Tom Petty. Look that song up. Look up the lyrics. Free Falling. Why free falling upwards? I feel like this way he's stuck and he's thinking. And I told you don't wait for him to turn around. And then I heard free falling. I don't want you, listen, it's not about what I want. I don't think you should sit around and wait. Yes, continue to care. Yes, continue to be connected. But give him the time is what I'm saying for him to figure this out. You don't want this guy coming to you prematurely on any level. You don't want them premature, okay? You don't want that. You don't want partially baked goods. You don't want that. And I don't know what the hell this is. That's why I got the damn book out and then I started talking. Hold on. Yeah, it doesn't say. It doesn't say, but long story short, this card affirms this one because it says when this card is in reverse, that it's a feeling of being blocked by indecision, fear of making, we just damn well said this, fear of making the wrong choice and overwhelm. And I could say to you, when he's feeling overwhelmed, he starts to ruminate. Well, if I did this, but what if I did this? But if I did this, then this, but no. But this, right? Listen, Melody, the summer is coming. And the summer can be very magical. Understand? So enjoy yourself. While he works things out, you make sure you enjoy yourself. Okay. Let's see. What is this saying? Where am I? Did I do everybody that was in the list? Jennifer. I did Jennifer. Yeah. She was on the horse. I did not do Chrissy. I did Egyptian. I just did Melody. I did Luminous earlier. Or, hold on. Where am I here? So what is this? What are we saying here in the chat? Typing. Hello, for the free session, she's only doing 1 to 3 things on the thumbnail. Yeah. How will I feel within me when I start seeing improvement and changes within my weight loss journey? Well, that weight loss journey could be something else that I could say to you, because like habits, and I am not speaking to you from a judgmental, listen. I'm not speaking to you from a judgmental place, right? I'm speaking to you from knowing, because sometimes I find that, like, I have a a nice figure. I have had 2 kids. I have a bit of a pooch, and I'm working on that, right? But I find that because it took some time, habits were developed over time. And so it's not even the habit of eating or exercising or drinking enough water or doing your apple cider vinegar or having your right ratios of your your carb protein fats. That's not the journey. The journey is the inside, and sometimes you find that you're making a shift, a change, and your insides and your mindset have to recalibrate, right? It's like you can lose the weight on your body, but you haven't lost it in your mind. You haven't lost it necessarily on your soul. You haven't lost it, remembering some of the comments maybe people might have made about you. You haven't lost it in areas that matter. See, we think it's the body. It's not the body, it's the inside. You haven't lost it in maybe some of the negative self talking that you've given yourself, right? You haven't lost it. So let's take a look at that. I'm just trying to figure out. Oh, I heard wisdom. So hold on. This was one of my standby decks in case of something. And I guess you are the in case of something. So this is advice. This is the wisdom of the oracle. This is advice. Oh. We have 2 cards. Okay. Your first card is deep knowing. It's interesting that you asked the question that you asked, and that this is the card that came out. And what I'm seeing, I immediately heard like wisdom because there's an owl here, but I heard as above, so below. So it is divine's will or your higher self's will for you to be a smaller size. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is a smaller planet. This is like a larger moon. So that is the intention. And you are wise enough to ask this question because what you're doing is preparing. You already realize that there's going to be some type of accommodation that needs to be made internally, right? Like you can shift your body percentages and your fat water muscle ratio. But as I said, that's not the part that's most important at all, right? Like it makes a difference on your heart health and your organs and your, what is it? What's it called? Interstitial or visceral fat or whatever. But this is also part of your journey, like this weight loss journey. You see, it's amazing how we see things from a 3D perspective and when we take things from a spiritual perspective. So 3D would be, I want to fit into this dress, I want to look better, I want to whatever, I want my health. But then there's a spiritual component. And to me, like for myself, I'm going to talk about me for a second. I'm not trying to make it about me, but I'm trying to relate and share with you. There's this program that I just started, right? Because I've done it, not done it. I do have a bit of a sweet tooth, but lately I haven't been wanting things that are sweet. So my sweet is like fruit, and I've always loved fruit, right? Or if I might have a bit of like maple syrup or something, whatever. I've just been telling myself, oh, that makes me sick, not wanting it. But this deep knowing is a way to help you prepare so that this time you will be more successful than any other time. So I was saying that I started this program. There's this girl called, what's her name? Massy, Massy. She has this thing, Mass Vita, which is more life. I should probably put it in the chat. And it's about, so she gives you your meal plan, right? And she wants you to eat this way. So whether you're vegan or whether you're, I don't know, carnivore or omnivore, whatever the hell, there's a plan for you. And it's a combination of utilizing your body weight as the weight. If you want to do free weights or do machines, you can. But she incorporates yoga as well. So normally it's a split, upper, lower yoga, or you would do yoga every other day. Anyway, the challenge is starting May 1st. I enrolled in the challenge. I did. I enrolled in the membership. I'm actually excited to do it. It doesn't start till May 1st. So what am I doing right now? I'm preparing my mind, right? I'm preparing my mind. What do I want to do? What do I not want to do? I'm having my water. I'm making sure that I do my walks. I'm preparing myself. I'm starting to put a schedule together that I can follow, right? I'd love to work out in the morning, but sometimes just with kids, I find that it's a bit of a challenge to do that. But then I find by the time the evening comes, I kind of don't get there. So it's good that I have this runway of preparing in order to, by the time May 1st hits, let me tell you something. I've done 3 sets of her exercises. I'm different. My spine is straighter. You know, when you're working out and you've been doing squats, your ass feels better. You got that like fit jiggle. That's what's going on the other side of this camera. I feel good when I go down to pick something up. My knees don't hurt. My stomach is flatter. I move differently. My confidence. Listen, I joined the damn program March 28th. I'm eating differently and I feel better. So I would say this to you: be gentle with yourself. The changes are going to be internal first, as within, as without. So the more that you love yourself, the more that you know I deserve it. My soul deserves to be in the best vehicle possible. I got to carry it around. I want to give it the best that I can, right? It's an investment in you. And that is your deep knowing. That's your knowledge speaking. That is your internal wisdom. That's letting you know that, yeah, we're going to be doing things a little bit differently this time around. We're not going to maybe do it the way that we did it before, right? We're not going to do that. We're going to be prepared this time. Like, we know the pitfalls. I know when I get hungry. I think you were on my live the other night. You were, because we were emailing back and forth. And I was hungry. I was on there for like 5 hours. And I wanted to eat. But you know what I did? I had an orange. I was disciplining myself then. I'm hungry. Water isn't going to cut it. I need something. But I'm going to do it in a way that's healthy for me and not have that bowl of cereal at whatever the hell time it was, 4 a.m, right? Or not have cookies or a quick fix. So it's about shifting your mind. This deep knowing is about you applying knowledge. It's application now. This is where they say, where the rubber hits the road kind of thing. That's where you are. And so you're preparing for that. And it's actually your intuition speaking to you. Why? Because it wants to give you the best chance at succeeding. It does. It wants to make you aware of the limitations that you had in the past so that you prepare for them. Nothing or very little will take you off cycle this time, right? Like, you're not going to be thrown this time. You're not. Or if you are, you know how to get back on. Okay, well, I had that, whatever. She did say something in the program, as opposed to having a cheat day or whatever. She said, just call it a reward meal. You don't need to have a whole day of eating whatever the hell you want to eat. And honestly, I don't eat horribly. It's really not that at all. It's probably the expenditure of the energy, right? But reward, like even changing the language and the way that you speak to yourself about it. And don't beat yourself up. Whatever your health condition, it took time to get there, right? So it's going to take time to go back. I was in the mirror today like, oh, this hasn't gone down yet. Well, it's not going to. I know that. And you know that. But there's a lot of reward here for you. So what do we have next? So this was deep knowing. Anything else I can pull from this card? The owl. Owls are wise. They listen. I think their head It either turns 360 degrees or it can almost turn 360 degrees. And also, it's about hearing, right? You are going to be required to listen to your body. I think in my previous lives or whatever, I talked to somebody about tuning in. You're going to be listening to your body. You're going to be listening for those cues. And if I were you, I would just say have snacks ready, right? Nothing worse than being out on the road. You're thirsty. I know me, I don't want to pay for water when I have water at home. Why am I paying for water? So I'm trying to make it a practice to bring a jug of water with me and, maybe some cut up fruit or a protein shake or something. This is just about you being prepared, okay? All right, and what's your next card here with regards to how you're going to feel when you lose the weight? This is, wow. Do you see this card? This is nuts to me. Nuts. Nuts. This is I would say, giraffe with a zebra body. Like, I know here it says chaos and conflict, right? What I'm seeing is transformation, though. That's what I'm seeing. Like, when I saw chaos and conflict, my mind kind of went, look, like it had a short. Like, no. Like, look at the animal. It's not the words of chaos and conflict. Like, if I'm going to take these words as it is, this chaos and conflict, I could say that, yeah, there's going to be a bit of chaos. There's going to be a bit of disarray within your body, getting accustomed to something new, right? A new way of being, new exercise, maybe getting up early, maybe going to bed not so late, turning off the tech so that you can start winding down, right? Eating differently, preparing your foods differently, shopping differently, all of that kind of stuff. But this chaos and conflict, honestly, for me, it's tension because there's going to be working out and you're moving away from an old way of being. And it's funny, at first when I saw like this brown pattern, let's call it skin, at first I thought cow. I don't know why, but this is not a cow. Like there is a cow. Oh, what am I saying? There is a giraffe with like a zebra ness about it underneath. That's interesting because I feel like I'm gonna pull the book. I'm gonna pull the book, but I'm trying to ascertain what this is down here, right? Like, is it the giraffe skin that is falling away from the zebra? Because this animal has a giraffe leg and then a zebra leg and then two zebra legs with a bit of giraffe on it. And to me, a giraffe, like even a giraffe grazes. Look at that. That might be a clue, honestly. I mean, I didn't even know what a zebra eats. I don't know. Maybe somebody look it up. But when I think of giraffe, it's a long, graceful neck, and they're eating a lot of greens, right? They're reaching up for those tender leaves. So you, in your new transformative way of being, you're going to be eating or should be eating more greens, more leafy greens, spinach, kale, lettuce, broccoli, those kind of things. That's, take that as you will. What is this stuff falling off around the animal? I feel like in some way there's some kind of indecision or there has to be a meeting of the mind, right? So if we were to take this deep knowing first, you know that there's going to be some of this internal angst, so you're preparing. But also, if we were to read it like this chaos, this transition, you know what's happening. Either way, wisdom needs to be applied. And it's not necessarily going to be easy, which is why you're preparing. So let's get the book on this one. What does it have to say? Okay. Yeah, see? It says here opposing forces coming together to create a turbulent atmosphere. But consider the value of chaos that it serves you well. As you become what? Unmoored by it? Unmoored? Do they mean unmoved? Unmoored. Give me 1 second. I've never heard that word before in my life. M-O-O-R-E-D. Unmoored. Ooh, look at that. We learned a new word today. Boys and girls. Boys and girls, the new word today is unmoored. Now, unmoored means not or no longer attached to something. And that's if we're talking about a vessel, right? An unmoored barge, meaning a ship that's not attached to anything, like perhaps not attached to the dock. But when we're talking about a person, someone that is unmoored is insecure, confused, lacking contact with reality. This freedom can make people feel unmoored. So isn't that interesting? This chaos, right? So there's a couple of things that I just got from that definition. One is that you are detaching from your previous self, meaning you're getting healthy, you're becoming more disciplined, you want to do things for your vessel, for your longevity, for hell, your own sexiness, and not for anybody else, just for you, that you feel super hella fine when you look in that mirror, right? And moving from perhaps some of the insecurity that not being in the shape that you wanted to brought you, but moving away from that. So that's going to require, as I said, tension. There's going to be conflict and some difficulty. And then your mind has to acclimatize to what your body is doing, which has to acclimatize to what your spirit wants, right? And your own energy levels. So there's probably going to be a time when you're like, you don't feel like it, or you're not seeing the results that you want to, or you're feeling tired and overworked, or you're not, you understand? So again, this deep knowing allows you to prepare for this. That's what you need to do. Unmoored. U-N-M-O-O-R-E-D, okay? That is a new word for the group. Anything else? It talks about, okay, so what's happening here? This is what it is. So scattered to the winds, you leave behind the parts of yourself you no longer need. That's what you're doing. And disperse seeds to reinvent yourself. Told you, transition. So it says, although the conflict appears to exist externally, its essence is also internal, and it's projected outward, causing disarray, which makes sense because you are on a transition, you're on a journey. And look, I feel like this giraffe zebra is in the desert too. But this is just a moment, right? And you're going to get through it. You're going to apply your wisdom. You're going to lean on your both internal and your higher knowledge and understanding. Listen,